So that was the presentation of Admir, in which he explains about Wellabee. Also, Samar joined. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And just for the audience, I have my phone back, so I can do some questions also there. That's a cool thing. And I see actually the first question popping up, so I'm starting there, if you don't mind. First of all, congratulations. It was a nice presentation, as they called. So
thanks.
That's up to you. Do you think employees would be comfortable to give their opinion if it's not anonymous and if their managers are going to get a report of the mood, feeling of themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, this is something also we are trying to consider while we are doing our pilot with our pilot customer. The thing is that the way we are asking the questions is not invading their personal, I would say, territory. It is completely work related and how they are going to feel at work. And something which is also very important is that we are trying to promote this culture, I would say, that they can open up and easily talk. So it's going to give them this opportunity to share what they have in their mind in advance and then be communicated during their one-on-one conversations.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is that during our pilots, employees are quite open about it and they are sharing their opinion and they are happy when they see that their opinion is being reflected during the one-on-one conversations.
Okay. Hey, and if you talk about, let's say, giving your opinion, you do some sort of a pulse check-in.
Yeah.
What kind of data do you actually collect during this process?
Yeah, okay. Before answering this question, maybe it's better to say what we do actually. What we do is that we are working based on a theory-backed framework. So it is saying that if salary is off the table, so if people are not underpaid, there are three main drives which is the case in the industry that we are focusing, which is IT companies. It is saying that there are three main drives that we need to make sure that people are doing well in those drives or factors, and each of them has their subcategories. The main ones are autonomy, mastery, and purpose. What we do is that we ask questions in order to assess the employee's situation in each of those factors. And the answer they give to those questions will be reflected to their profile, and the team leader are gonna see what each employee is exactly doing at the very specific moment.
Okay, check. Hey, and I know you had your first, let's say, pilot customer, launching customer ready, which is a great Dutch startup, or actually it's a scale-up, because else. For the next one, because you did an open call, right? You need at least 1 extra. How much time does it take you to onboard them?
Yeah, well, honestly, it's very fast, roughly to 1 week or even less than 1 week sometimes. Basically, how it works is that the moment we sign a pilot partnership, we can invite all the employees that are going to be involved in this partnership with their work email and with the structure that they already have in their HR department. So what team they belong to, what department they belong to. We import all the data within just a few seconds. And after that, we have some introduction calls with the team leads, kind of onboarding them about how they can reflect on these profiles and how they can use the recommendations to better help their employees. And we also onboard the employees with how they can how Wellabee can benefit them as well. Sure. After all of this is done, then it's basically ready. They will receive the first pulse check-ins and it will start rolling out.
Yeah.
So in short, less than a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quick. That's quick. Is there a question from the audience which I need to bring in? Because what I'm actually curious about is, let's say, the current situation. Currently people work, let's say, remotely, right? So 2 questions. Do you work remote? 1. And the second, does your tool or solution also, let's say, work for people or teams that do remote work? Because that's a different setup.
Yeah, actually, our team is working hybrid.
Okay.
Sometimes at the office, sometimes remote. And yeah, actually, it's a really nice question because we also keep hearing quite a lot, which makes sense because nowadays we are moving forward to a hybrid working environment. Sometimes you're working at home, sometimes remote. And Actually, remote teams were always one of our main focus while we were doing the brainstorming for the value proposition that Wellabee can offer to the companies. As you can imagine, when people are working remote, the physical cues are gone, and some things that you usually maybe can pick up, well, I don't know, bumping to each other or beside the coffee corner, they are gone. So it is even more difficult for people to open up or share some stuff or struggles they are facing. So as you can imagine, that's where Wellabee comes in. So you have this moment to see, to sit, reflect, and open up about whatever you're experiencing. And later on, you can see the reflection of that during the one-on-one conversations.
Okay. Good. Hey, and you're in an industry that actually always tries to figure out to do it better, right? Every team leader, every manager, they always try to do it better. So I can imagine there are a lot of tools to try to help them.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're different?
Yeah, interesting. Well, what's being mostly used right now, or at least what we hear from the conversations we have with HR and managers, is they have this so-called engagement survey. And basically this happens either once a year or in some lucky cases 2 times a year, and it's a long assessment where they ask questions, kind of like similar to what we ask at Wellabee, but in a more boring way, long way. And basically as an employee, you get this, you sit there, and the moment you've gone through 15 questions out of the 60, you're already bored and you just keep touching things and you just want to get it out of the way, basically. Secondly, as this is sent only once a year or twice a year, let's say I'm having a great day today, right? We celebrated something at work or something good happened at home. I get this long-awaited engagement survey, and I'm happy, and I just feel everything like, oh, this is going well, this is going well, this is going well. Whereas 2 months ago, I probably had a lot of difficulties in my work-life balance, or maybe something very big happened in a project that really affected my mood, for example. There is no way that the company is collecting that information if they're just asking it once a year. So basically, that's also going wrong. So assuming everyone filled this engagement survey, we collected all the data from the employees, which at this point is not even remotely accurate, probably. Nothing actually happens with it. HR will create some executive reports, share that, hey, this is how our people are doing right now, and maybe this is what we should do. But that's it.
Okay.
The sole purpose of it, engaging people, is gone. And that's exactly what we try to do with Wellabee. First of all, because we send these pulse check-ins very shortly, but on a continuous basis, we already solved 2 of the big problems. So employees feeling them honestly, not getting bored through it, and also continuously checking how things are going to make sure that at the end of the year, it's actually being controlled throughout the whole year. And after that, we actually give the recommendations to team leaders in real time. So if something actually goes wrong, the team leader can interfere immediately and try to find a solution on how to fix it. So yeah, that's basically like...
So as a manager on top of things.
Exactly, yeah. It spots things for the manager and helps them to actually how to approach them before waiting for a year and losing your talent basically at the end of the day.
Okay, Samar, Admir, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
as
you to
well.
you.
You're welcome.